Hi, welcome to my channel. My name's Eugene. Welcome to Random World. What are we looking at today? Oh my gosh, it's an advent calendar. An advent calendar, folks. It is an advent calendar. The magical world of advent calendars. We've been doing advent calendars all month long. This is a building block advent calendar. This is a 3-in-1 changeable advent calendar. So this one's gonna be a little bit more tricky for me because I have to tear apart each one, build it, and then tear apart again. And so I don't know how long this is going to take me. This is going to be a little challenging, but this is a Merry Christmas advent calendar. It's building blocks. It is from however you want to pronounce that. It's non-Legos. There's it says 24 pieces, but I think there's 24 days. Here are the things that you're gonna see in this video. This is the teaser, so each one builds each one. So this is going to have a lot of stop motions. This is going to have a lot of reviews. Each one, each day, each puzzle can be transformed into 3 different items. I'm going to try to attempt to do all, and I'm going to shoot them all in stop motion. So without further ado, let's just dive in and do this. Okay, so here is the bottom play accessory. Oh wait. Oh, this is weird. Okay. They have this backwards. And what I mean by this backwards, they have your playmat here on the bottom, and it says animal home. Put together animals can be placed in this scene to simulate. They do have pushes so you can get the characters out, but all the images are all backwards. This is not a good sign for this particular advent calendar. The numbers and days aren't on it. There is no numbers. There is no days. This is an advent calendar of some sort. They teach you how to build each. So I'm just gonna, do this for you. It's you could just pause the video anytime that you're like, I want to see the instructions on how to build blah blah blah. I don't know. This is gonna take a little bit of fun and exciting. I mean, I should probably show this at the end, but I'm just kind of showing you here. And I don't think there is no numbering. So yeah, folks. Wow. Okay. Let's assume it's supposed to be what I'm going to assume. We're going to flip it. We're going to do this. Let's assume that this advent calendar is supposed to be top down. And let's assume because that's how they all look. Let's also assume that they were idiots and they put this flap on the wrong side. So day 1 is here and day 24 is over there. I'm going to push in day 1 right here. I'm going to see what you get and see if the number correlates to the number. Okay, they do have how to build one here for... Okay. Hold on one second. This is what I pulled in this corner. This is how we're going to do it. I'm going to pull it. I'm going to put it in a pile. I'm going to pull the next one and so on. And then, but I'm going to edit the video where I am, because I have no idea what numbers are. I have no idea what order these are supposed to go in. So what we're going to do is we're going to, it does say this is number 11. I can see it show number 11 and number 11 is right there to build another one. I'm going to pretend, we're going to pretend this is day 1. So if you got this too, the Merry Christmas advent calendar, this is number 1. We're going to say this is number 24. This is the order that you would, you go in this order. I'm not going to judge what they are on each one. This is a 3-in-1. I'm going to build it, talk about the figure that it is, rebuild it, talk about what it is, rebuild it, and talk about what it is. So then you have a choice of what you like and which one we liked best in each one. That is how we're going to do this advent calendar. So this is what we pulled for day one. I'm going to set it aside. All right, here's our first build. It looks like a mouse. It has little feet. It's a nice turquoise, and the headpiece does move like this. I'm gonna be really quick with my reviews just because I don't want the advent calendar video thing to be super long. It's gonna be long enough since there's 3 builds each. So we're only going to talk about it for really quick before we swap between the builds and then, the characters. So here it is. Plain and simple, displayable, playable. Absolutely. I like that it can move a little bit and it gives you some cool colors. But let's build the next part of it. All right, here is the little mouse type creature that it was before. This can move a little bit right here where its base is. It uses paw prints as ears up top. Little teeny tail. I kind of dug the first build a lot better than this one, but this is what it looks like. This is what you get. It's kind of sturdy. Okay, let's build the last piece to it. Boop. All right, here it is built. I like the first one way better, but I do like that it has these orange little. I like that it has these orange. They mixed them up. I like that. That's pretty cool. It does fall apart pretty easily. They didn't give it a tail, which I probably would have given it the tail, but they didn't do that for this one. A little tan nose. Head can move like that a little bit. It's a good start to this advent calendar. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Now we're on this one. You gotta give it some force. We are going to build this little guy. And then this is number 8 in its book. We're going to build 8. We're going to go through the motions. Not motions. We're going to build, repeat, build, repeat, rebuild, repeat. So that's... All right, so today, here we go. Here we go. I don't know what type of animal this is supposed to be. Dog, ram, goat, maybe... I don't know. But here it is. And it just fell apart on me. Playable? Not really. Displayable? Yes. Very simple. All the pieces were there. Easy to build. I don't like the instructions. They're really tiny. So other than that, you're going to have to help your child build it, I think. But it's definitely buildable, and it's definitely displayable. Just people might have to guess what it is, I guess. All right, let's build the next one. All right, here is the little frowny dog. Little nose, ears are flopped down, eyes you can move around. Headpiece does move. It's not that playable. It will break because of the way the pieces aren't interlocked. So if you try to move the tail, it's gonna move. But there it is. Not bad. build. It looks like a little sad little bunny. The legs in the back. It's all brown. Pieces are all there. Head moves in this direction. You can, play on its back. It's a little, it's okay. Easy build. Seems to be holding up strong. You can move the eyes a little bit. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. We are looking at this one. Let's see here. Oh, crap. Oh, dude. No. Okay, so be careful when you open them. I managed to give it a little taste just with my fingers. The plastic was like, oh, you want to break this little guy apart? I'm like, not really, but it wanted to. So we're going to put that. $3A. Okay, here are the things that you build in this series. It's going to be pretty impossible to build all three of them, mainly because I'm missing pieces. They didn't give me 2 whiskers. I only have 1 whisker. I only have 2 feet, so all of them are going to be missing and no tail. So unfortunately, my build is going to be incomplete. This is all the pieces that I got in that little bag. As you can clearly see, it is missing a little whisker. It's also missing that joint right there. So I built it the best I could with the pieces that I got. It is supposed to be like, this one's supposed to be like a cat, but it fell apart. So if you got it for a kid and you're missing pieces, so I'm assuming I'm going to be missing pieces in all of them. Because if I'm missing pieces here, quality control, this is not a Lego. So since this is not a Lego and you're gonna be missing pieces, unfortunately, I'm thumbsing down the entire set right now, only because we already started and you're on day 3. You're on day 3 and you're missing pieces. It's such a frustration. Words can't express how negative I feel already. It's not playable. And it's going to be frustrated on a kid trying to build, at least this one for me. Like, if I was not going to try to build all of them, which I will, I'll try to build and see as close we can get all 3 of them. This was the best I could do with this one. I'll build B and C as well, the best I can do with the missing pieces. So we'll see what they turn out to look like. But your kid will definitely be totally disappointed if you're missing pieces in any of them. So just hopefully the one that you're looking forward to, hopefully you have all the pieces for. Yeah. Hi folks, here it is. This is what I could do to it. I couldn't build it fully. I'm missing because I'm missing pieces. I'm missing 2 of these, so those would go right here. And then I have the 2 white pieces, but they can't really connect. It also has an angled piece right here. It has a tail, and also another one of these pieces that would go here to hold it all together. But that's the best I can do on the build. Yeah, I'm going to try to build the next one real quick. $3C is almost identical to the first build, like the second build. It has a little bit of difference, and then it doesn't have the nose. Still missing parts. Yeah, this is the best I can do, folks. I'm happy that I'm done with it. Yeah. Anyone else have this day messed up? Do you have any other pieces messed up? Let me know. This one. What are we doing now? We're doing the number 4 one. All right, this is a little fly type creature. I messed up on him when I first originally built it, because I had this piece up here. So in the stop motion, you'll see that I did correct myself on the build. But I like the color. I like the wings here. The eyes are at least different. They're not white. So that's kind of cool. Little arms that you get. You get 6 arms. Little fly. We're going to try to keep all of these, like, I'm just going to show them throughout the advent calendar. I'm not really going to discuss it unless I think it's something's really off on it or something really cool. I do like this one, but let's build the next piece. Okay, this little bad boy confused me for a second because they used this color on the instructions for these 2 pieces. I'm like, am I missing pieces? So then I used the purple there and I'm like, it made more sense, but I struggled to like look for the pieces and I'm like, what are they doing? So that irritated me a little bit. Love the eyes, but he's a cool piece. I like him. Little hands, these little happy little hands. I like this one, other than I was confused at first. It does have that bar inside, which makes him stable. And so he is playable, but you wouldn't really know what he is. He's like a little walking little fly of some sort. I don't know. What's your guess? Okay. This one again, they showed these things being tan. They're not. They're purple. I didn't like that. He's small. He's compact. Love the eyes. This one, you know, looks like a dumb beetle or something. Yeah, it's fine. This is what you get. There was no problems with it. All the pieces were there to build this particular one. Yeah. Thoughts? We are on this little guy. I think there's a push somewhere. Oh, it's up top. Okay, this little guy. Let's do it. Okay, it looks sort of like I mean, it's a bug. And it just doesn't have any eyes. Here's an antenna. Here has little legs. Green. This part right here. He's sort of stable. His feet do move like so. Yeah, I would say he's okay stable. He could be played with. I don't know who is gonna guess what bug this is, but cool. There he is. Gonna grab a new finger. Get off my finger! Get off my finger! So yeah, let's build the next one. All right, this little guy I kind of had a little bit of fun with bending him. He is stable. His eyes are kind of cool. They're green. The coloration, I like the lime green, the dark hunter green, and then the brown, and then the black. I kind of like him. I dig this piece. I don't know what type of bug it would be, but it's still cool. It's about Lego size from here to here. It's about the size of like a dwarf Lego or a child Lego. It's kind of cool. I like it. I love the little eyes. This one's just, I like this one. This one, they use the same format. They just made it smaller and smaller. It has little legs like this. You know, it can bend. The little legs are sturdy. I like the eyes out of it too. I like it. I mean, it's green. Had the brown really is a nice contrast to it. And he's just adorable. Look at the little bug. Little bug, happy bug, slick back hair. It looks cool. Let's push these back down. Push this one back down. Let's take on what I would assume day 6 would be. Get it. No force at all. No force at all, folks. Just, you know, normal air quotes. Okay, that's a weird bug. Let's do it. Okay, we have a little fly. This is obviously a fly. You have your little wings here, downward, little mouth. Little flies, right? They're really annoying. Looks like a fly, built like a fly, kind of sturdy. So it kind of works. I like the eyes that it has here. So that's kind of cool. Definitely reminds me of a fly. You could move these a little bit like so. These things do move, so a child can play with this, and you can display it. And someone looking at it's gonna go like, "That's a damn fly." That's what they're gonna say. We have a little fly, another type of fly. Okay, it's tiny. It kind of looks like one of those poo flies. I don't know if you've ever seen one with the mouth down. If you're around cows, it kind of reminds me of the ones that fly around. You know, cow patties. You know, so if you've never seen one, you're lucky. But if you have, you would know what I'm talking about. It definitely reminds me of it. So good job, good job. Yeah, I would say good job. Looks like a little poop fly. Okay, it looks like a little robot type of battle beetle. I don't know. this is this is the build of it. I like the fly first and then the other one right afterwards. I think those two look good for this one. I don't like this one. I don't know why. I have no idea what it's supposed to represent. Which one out of this bunch was your favorite? Did you like this one? Did you find it more comfortable to build? Did you prefer the fly or the other type of fly? We are on this phone. Okay. All right. Number 7. That's a nice little color. It's a I don't know. Let's do it. This little beauty, after it's built, looks cool. I got confused on the actual build, so I struggled a couple minutes. So hopefully you didn't. Hopefully you didn't struggle, and it came more natural to you. I was having problems with this section right here, but I managed to get it. Ears don't move; they're inward like this. It's a taller character. I'm not super fan of it. After it's built, it's fine. It's just it was a little troublesome when I was building it. But let's build the next one. Today, the second build looks kind of like a koala bear. That's what I'm gonna lean towards. Kind of reminds me of a little koala. Um, Here it is built. It all depends on the eyes. The eyes you can change in any shape, any angle. You can make them happy. You can make them sad. You can make them inquisitive. It does bend. Head moves a little bit, and these arms will move a little bit. The feet won't. It's very small, very easy to build. There it is. A much better rabbit. I like this one a lot better. Well, I didn't say it was better on construction wise, but I like it a lot better. And it has a long tail, so yeah, kind of interesting. It's very purple. um, it's basically gonna fall apart if you start playing with it, but you can display it. At least this one, yeah, it's not bad. It says 12. Okay, let's move on to this one. It's a nice blue. I like the blue. It says it's number 5, and it's some type of rhino. Okay. Yeah, this one not so stable. This one, this piece doesn't want to be there. It doesn't fit quite right in a lot of the locations. Feet itself are really wobbly. If you're getting it for your kid's gonna have a little bit of trouble building this one. They're gonna be frustrated with the falling off part. They're going to be frustrated with the eyepiece. They're also, if they're trying to move the trunk, my trunk's a little tight, so more of the body part's going to fall off. This one is more of just a display than it is to play around with. So a child might be disappointed with today. So we get a little rhino on this one. At least that's what I think it is, where this is a horn, and a little teeny horn up top. Very unstable, though, because the feet itself, as you can see, it's it's meant to be displayed. This one's not meant to be played. But there it is, folks. There it is. Do you like this one better than the elephant? All right, here is our another type of rhino, elephant. Maybe it's a different type of elephant. I don't know. I don't know. The legs on this one are a little bit more stable than the last bit, but yeah. Here it is built. That's pretty much all I'm going to say on that. Here it is built. Not a super fan. Yeah. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Let's go on to the next one. It's a bear of some type, 3-in-1. It's a pink character. I have done like a cat one that wasn't labeled either. And when you advertise as a Merry Christmas Advent style, you really should put numbers on your doors, just so you don't have to do any guesswork, and then people are all getting the same one. All right, so it's like a pink rabbit, I think. Little ears come up like so. Little rabbit tail. Here's bottom piece. A little blue nose. These type of eyes. It's kind of cool. I mean, I dig it. It's very pink. Easy to build. This one feels stable. I'll mention that when I do them. Displayable, playable. Sure. It's a little rabbit. Today we have a pig. A pig. At least it looks like a pig to me. A little blue nose though, or a little bear, pink bear. You can call it a pink bear too. Looks like a pig to me. But whatever it is to you, it's very simple, stable. Okay, I was wrong. Not stable, folks. It's pink. It's cute. it's easy to build. They did the same pretty much style. The body is pretty much the same in all of them. They just changed the head each time. I don't know. You know, it's whatever you can do from it. You know, whatever you can get from it. Whatever you're happy with. Displayable, sure. Um, the eyes make him a little sad, but yeah. Okay, cool. Right? This is what you get. We'll move on to the stocking. Okay. Okay, you get a clear piece. You get some type of bird. Okay, okay. Let's pop that one over here, and we'll build that one. This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Don't like it. I don't like it because this right here, where they want you to put these feet, they don't come down. There's too tight. So they didn't design it properly. So these go out. In the instructions, they're supposed to go down as feet, but they're really just going to be outward. So it's going to be really frustrating to a child to build. Just so you know, you might have to help them, and you might have to, get this. They're just not going to work. So let's just see what the next one is. Okay, not sure what this is. The first problem is this doesn't want to stick here, so you have to kind of cram it, and you see the angle right there. That's going to be a problem. It has little legs and it has wings, and then it has horns and it has a duck face. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Yeah. What are your thoughts? Okay, we have this little guy. Um, very yeah. It's gonna fall apart pretty easily. So this one's only display purposes or for a child to build it. I would say you probably pass on building this one. I don't really like it. It's definitely gonna fall apart on you. It's not very stable at all. So build at your own risk, as I would say. Build at your own risk. Yeah. Next, we're onto this one. I like the colors, the orange and black. I do like that. Spider maybe, and a spider robot guy? Question? All right, let's build it. Okay, I like it. I like it because it's a scorpion. You get these two little pieces here. This does move. Hopefully yours isn't super stiff. So it does look like a scorpion. It has a little bug feature, 6 legs. This one's cool. I like the orange contrast. Now, the problem with it is there's always a little bit of problems. Coloration, this was on the little sheet. This is supposed to be a darker brown, like a darker maroon, but it's not. So I was looking for those. I'm like, oh nope, it's the same one, but it was kind of confusing. I don't like it when the color's off on the sheet, mainly because then you're looking for that one particular piece. And like, did I get it? But cool, I like it. I liked the first build a lot better, but I'm not saying I dislike this little creature. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I'm not thumbsing downs it. I'm just, the claws on it make it look pretty cool. I like it. I just don't know what it's supposed to be. But I like the scorpion aspect a lot better. So the first build was 10 times better than this one. But it is what it is. Yeah. What are your thoughts? Okay, I go back and these pieces are going to be really hard for a child to up top here to kind of put on. It's supposed to be like a little robot, which is weird. I don't really care for it. I thought this was supposed to be bugs and animals. This is neither. It's like a little robot. I like the scorpion. Day one is where you really should focus on this one. And probably you can build number two too, but this one I'd pass on. This would be day 12. In my mind, this is my day 12. What's your day 12? Oh, I like the see-through type of these colors. I do. The first one's some bug. I wonder if they're using illegal pieces. I find that sometimes, and what I mean by that, you'll see when I build it. I might talk about that. It's when they shoot off and they're not meant to be. Off-brands do that a lot of times. So so there's I don't know. At first it was a little tricky to build. The wings instructions, it doesn't use all the pieces for the first build. It's like a mosquito type thing. Dragonfly piece here, eyes, the feet kind of hold it up if you place it in here. Instructions are really small. And there's 3 builds for it. So I don't know if you're going to enjoy it. But it could be tricky. You're going to have to help your child build it just to kind of like show them where it goes. But it's cute. It looks like a mosquito. So it does look like something. We're going to build the next one right now. And we're going to take a look at it. So it's basically, 3 in 1. So I don't like that keeps falling off. Let's see how hard the next one for this one is to build. Here it is. It moves. Little legs move like this. It's some type of fly. Maybe it's a fly. It's definitely, it wants to fall apart. It's definitely displayable, but I wouldn't say it's playable, and it breaks apart pretty easily. But it is a different build. At first, I get frustrated with the small, little teeny builds it is. But they do give you one big, huge sheet, which I'll show at the last day. Well, I'll show after it's all done. That you can, it's easy to follow. Like these little sheets were like 3 in 1s. Those are the 3 that we're building. It's really tough. But displayable, yes. Playable, not so really. Let's build the last one. All right, here it is. It kind of leads into my dinosaur month. I'll be doing dinosaurs all throughout January and probably into February as well. Small little builds like this, or maybe a bigger set as well. I did it last year. We're gonna do it again, where we just bought some little dino packs, like little mini dinos like this. We'll look at them and we'll build them and just have a little bit of fun. I like the coloration on the wings. The head definitely looks like a bird of prey. The eyes, so they didn't use all the pieces, but it's not bad. This build on it isn't that at all. What are your thoughts? Do you like them so far? Are you excited? Let me know in the comments below. We are on, this would be day 13. It's another blue one. I do like that. It's a like a little hippo, and a goat maybe. Let's build it. Let's have some fun. Okay, we got ourselves a little goat. You can move the eyes around and make him look more wacky and crazy, but I think this is a little goat. Blue, stable, yes. You can move. You actually can move the headpiece a little bit, so we can give him a little bit of motion. So he's more playable than some. I do like that. He has some horns, gray horns. He's nice and blue, pink nose. I'm curious to see what the other builds are on this one, what they turn out to be like. Not many pieces, pretty easy to build. Today we get a cow. There is this little thing right here, but is the little cow. Headpiece goes up, has ears, pink, eyes are dopey. Is how I did it. It's stable. I don't like this. This right here is like old blue. Like you can see, there's a coloration. There's a little slight difference in the coloration of blues. So it's like, ugh. That's bothering me. It was bothering me when I was doing it, building this one. But it's very stable. You can play with it. It's about the size of half of a Lego, so it could go in a Lego world. It could just be like you could have a corral of these little cows if you really wanted to. Pretty simple build. All right, here it is. Here it is. It's a bull, horns, eyes, ears, a little longer. Maybe not a bull because those are probably udders supposed to be. So maybe this is. I mean, cows, female cows have horns too. So I don't know. But this is what you get. It's longer than the rest. They maybe stretched it out a little bit, but here she is. I might use the base here to build them. I might slice that off and build the characters on that. I haven't decided how I'm building them yet. I'll just open him up, kind of seeing, kind of get a breakdown of what order. It's a bird of some sort. There we go. So today's looks kind of like an ostrich. Big, huge wings, goes down, big beak, headpiece can move like this. It's white and black, which just screams to me ostrich or another type of big bird. Is it going to really hold up? Not really. The part that concerns me is that you have to put this black bar in between this one piece, and you have to take it apart to build all three sets. So I'm a little bit concerned when I try to pop this guy out. It's going to be a little difficult. If you got this for a kid, it's going to be even more difficult. So yeah, if it's hard for you to get these pieces out, you might want to just look at the set and kind of see which one out of the three you kind of want to build. This one uses all the pieces, but it's basically gonna pry this guy in. I'm gonna have to really push and kind of get this one piece out because it's not a Lego. It's gonna fit a little bit tighter. So yeah, cool piece though. All right, it's a bird. It's definitely a little bird. The bird wing goes up, flaps the tail. Wings can move a little bit as well. Little feet. It's not going to be super stable, but it definitely looks like a little bird. I kind of like it. It's kind of adorable. All the pieces were there, so it's a nice piece. I like it. Ah, there he goes. Quack, quack. Okay, the one problem we have with this bird, like a swan, right? It looks like a swan to me, is this piece right here. In the instruction package, it shows that it's all supposed to be white, and then it's actually a black piece in there. So when you're looking for the white piece, just know that this one doesn't have it. So put the black one where you want it. It can be on the face, it can be in the back. I put it in the middle. So the headpiece moves a little bit. I like it. I think it's displayable. I think it's kind of cute. But I don't like that I was confused on sometimes they have it where they're missing a piece or if the different color, right? So be mindful. You're going to have to decide, make some decisions, and help your child. We're on day number 15. I mean, I think a child would really enjoy this one. The question, it's hard though when you have them build all three, so it gives them a lot of activity, but they might say, which one's your favorite? And you make them build it back and stuff. So, and also collectors-wise, displayability-wise, you'd be like, well, which one do I really want to keep? So, I don't know. Okay, I like it. I like it. Same concept as some of the other ones. You'll notice I'm not pushing down super hard, only because I have to rip it apart, and easier to take it apart when it's not fully stuck together. They used those pieces in the middle there, hopefully for something else that's cooler. They used them instead of this, instead of giving you just an extra piece. They should just give you extra pieces if they're gonna do something crazy, but we'll see what it turns out to be. It looks like a moose, horns. I like the antler pieces to it. It really does make it look like a little moose. Cool. All right, let's build the next one. Okay, we have a dog. It definitely is a dog. Little tail and ears perked up, eyes. I made him a little crook-eyed, but it's a dog. Cool, nice, displayable. Not playable. These aren't really playable. They're more displayable, and they're just fun little things for kids to do. Okay, we have a sad little doggy. I think this is a dog. Kind of looks like a dog. Ears. I made the eyes in a sad motion. It's smaller. This is what you build. Kind of looks like they ran out of ideas. Yeah, I don't know. They're on this little happy reindeer. Okay, it's some orange, another one of those type. You really do get some cool pieces in this set. And this one actually was pretty expensive. I thought it was, I think it was like 30 bucks. I mean, all right, this little fly, his little hands. I like the little hands. I like that the hands come out that are trying to grab something, and these go down. So you have to make sure you're choosing the right hands. Some of these aren't the same. They're a little bit off. So just make sure you place them in the right direction. This is the right direction. Orange. I like the orange contrast to the gray and the brown. And then you have this yellow see-through. So this one actually is pretty cool. They have a beam inside, which at first I didn't like that idea, but it holds it up up pretty good. Makes it more stable to play with. So it's playable and it's displayable. So I kind of like this one. What are your thoughts? All right, here is our little guy. It has little hands that it could grab things. It has little feet. You have to be careful on this one, like where you put this piece. It can slide. This one at least slides out pretty easily and slides in. They wanted it to be a little bit separate. I like the yellow again on it. I like the hands. I like this one's kind of cool. This one's playable. Like you can have this one be, like a big bug in a little world. Like the bug creatures. This one's kind of cool. It's stable. I like the orange. Really bright. So it's kind of cool. Easy build. I just don't like the pipe situation. At least this pipe is easy to pull out and pull in, whereas some other days it was not. Oh, all right. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. Some of these days are, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Here it is. So enjoy. But I wanted one, like, I do like the pieces. It's going to give us a lot of stop motions. I will have that in my shorts feed. Here's day 17. There you go. This one's kind of interesting that they didn't do anything here. Wings do move a little bit. Feet can move. They're kind of stiff, but that's just a piece. Kind of like a red little fly of some sort. I don't know. The antennae here, it can land. It can be played with for a child and stuff, but displaying, easy build, quick and easy. Let's find out what the other ones are. I have no clue what this was supposed to be. This piece doesn't fit where it belongs. This is just like them throwing pieces together. I don't like it. I don't like it. But this is what they want you to build, folks. This is what they want you to build for this particular one. It's like they lost track of like new ideas, so I don't even know. I have a clue what type of animal this would be supposed to be. It's not a ladybug or anything. What do you think it is? My least favorite so far out of this bunch, yeah. Here it is in all its glory. I'm not. It's just parts in this form, not displayable, not playable. Damn, damn. I don't know what to say on this one, folks. There it is. People are probably gonna see the stop motion and go, "What the heck is that?" And just call me out on it. Yes, this is part of the advent calendar. This is what bug they think it is. So there it is. Okay, so we have a few more days left. We have 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. There is a lot in this one. So you do get your money's worth on the amount of builds you can do, the versatility you can do, the pieces you get. Aren't many in the sets, but you can have fun with it. At least that's what I think. Yeah. Okay. Not sure what they were kind of going with this one at first. You have the legs, you have different colorations here. Here it is all built. Some type of insect, I'm not sure what type. It's only thing you're possibly gonna be able to do with this is display it. It's very breakable. Like these things will break off if you're playing with them really easily. Like is it only hold on to that one joint, so it's not really held on very well, at least. Yeah, yeah, it's true fact. Let's get on to the next one. Here is another type of bird. This is definitely a bird. The wings don't flap at all. It's more of a soar. So the only piece that moves on this one is the head. It can go like it's gonna fall apart on you. Definitely gonna fall apart if your child's trying to play with it. So it's more of a display piece, not really a play piece. But this is what it looks like built. There you go. Didn't use up almost any of the pieces for this particular build. So this one is another type of like maybe it's a mosquito. Maybe this is supposed to be like a mosquito hawk or a dragonfly. Maybe a dragonfly kind of resembles that. If we should add more wings, but the face itself, yeah, I don't know. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like built. If you're curious, if you're having troubles, there it is. Okay, let's build the next one. Can't really judge the pieces on what they are because I'm not building them yet. This one is hard for me because I'm doing it this way because it's a little overwhelming when you have so much to build in stop motion, and stop motion does take some time. Just so you know, I don't know if you're familiar with it. It does take me time to build my sets, and since they have 3 individual ones, it's going to take me some time. Then I have to review them all. There you go. Okay, here is 19. It is a giraffe. Kind of reminds me of Joffrey from Toys R Us back in the day. Neck bends like this. Eyes are kind of hard to move, but I kind of like the neck that it moves like that. But the body itself is not. I'm gonna hold up. It has a little tail, has a little beak. It looks like a little giraffe. Happy little giraffe. Kind of cool. I like it. Yeah. It looks like a giraffe. What are your thoughts? All right, so here is another giraffe type one. The face, I made the eyes go like this. You can actually move the eyes any direction you want to kind of change the personality of the eyes. Sheesh. That still works. Feet are still flimsy, little tail, little beak, and then he has his like eyebrows are a little bit big on this one, but again, it doesn't not very playable. It is displayable though. Kind of does look like what it is, like a giraffe, long neck. All right, here we go. It's a little yellow deer, I would say, like a moose. Moose. These are very, very flimsy. easy to build. I'm going to kind of keep these brief on what my description of them are, just because I don't want the video to be super, super long. I know it's getting up there now. So yeah, beak, antlers, eyes, and then you have your little feet here. There it is. This is what it looks like built. We are on present here. I mean, my friends would say, well, Eugene, you did put yourself through this. You did buy all these. I'm like, you're right, I did. It's a little like dinosaur. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's build this one. Let's see what it is. A lot of greens. This little guy I really, really like. Very simple build, really easy for stop motion, easy for a child to build. I actually really enjoy it, and I kind of like the crocodile feature. It's a disappointment that I have to break it to build the others. This one is adorbs. Look at the little guy. He's cute. He looks like a little crocodile. He looks like a cool little animal. Nice and green. I dig it totally. It looks like Godzilla. When I was building it, I'm like, am I really building little mini baby Godzilla? Pretty cool. Pretty cool concept. It does resemble a little teeny like crocodile that's on land on his little feet. That swivels a little bit. His tail can swivel. His head can move up. It's not super stable, but I love it. I might like it more than the crocodile. Not sure. Which one do you like better? We have a chicken today. I was not expecting that when I was building it, because I typically don't like to look at the pictures of what you're building. I'm just building and I'm like, oh, it's actually just like a little rooster. So at least that's what I think it is. With little feathers here. It's on 2 feet. Kind of looks like a little chicken. I don't know. What are your thoughts? I kind of like the second one better. To be honest, I like the crocodile, the Godzilla or the crocodile a lot better than the little chicken. But super easy to build, quick. 4 days left, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 days to look at, 4 days to build. It's a lot more building, actually, than you would think. A lot more building than you would think. All right. It is a bear, monkey, something, relatively. It's got to be a monkey inside of that. That one looks like a monkey right there. All right, let's build this little happy guy and talk about him. It's a monkey. It's a monkey. It's a monkey. Everyone play with your monkey. Legs go up like this. You can also, make it so it's like little grabby hands. I wish they had different eyes. They're all the same. Like all these type of ones that have eyeballs so far, like the ones I've been doing, all have the same type of eyes. I wish they were a little bit different. It has a beak for a nose, which is kind of weird. But I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a monkey. I wish I had a little longer tail too. Headpiece can move a little bit. Yeah. What do you think? Thoughts? Desires? Do you like it? Okay, this one is another disappointment one, where these two pieces are supposed to be these two pieces, but they didn't include it in the bag. So they said you're supposed to have 4 of these. I only had 2 of them. And then they're supposed to be like paws in front. So yeah, it's a bunny, but it's a half bunny. So hopefully all the pieces on the require on the next one have it all. So it's a thumbs down today. It's a cool idea. Just wish I had all the pieces, which would make, a child be really upset when they can't build it. All right, here it is. Doesn't move very much. The eyes, the square little pointed nose, all the pieces were there, so at least you can build it. Unlike its counterpart, so that's kind of cool. Bottom a little bit like that. Yeah, I don't know what type of animal it's supposed to be. What's your guess on what animal this is supposed to be? Let me know in the comments below. Say 21C was, drum roll please. Okay, we are on Santa Claus. Santa Claus. Santa Claus. I'm going a little crazy here. Okay. What do we get here? I don't. This is a snail's one of them, but I don't know what else it's gonna make. So let's build it and see what it is. So today we have a snail. It's a little snail. Does it look like a snail? Yes, it looks like a snail. Little things. It's a lot of yellow. It's very blocky. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be, which is kind of cool. I didn't really... you noticed I didn't push down. You would make it more tighter, but since you have to rip it apart and build all 3, I didn't really want to really tighten it, so it would be harder to get off. It's not bad. It's not a bad snail. Green eyes, yellow body, brown right here. I wish these were a little bit bigger, like they use bigger circles. But overall, pretty cool. All right, let's build the next one. Okay, this is supposed to be a snail. I don't like it. First one was definitely better. Doesn't use all the pieces. Has 1 extra piece or 2 extra pieces. No eyeballs. This is its face. Antennae right here. And then the base. Yeah. It's displayable. You're not going to display it. You're not going to play with it either. So this one, kind of a dud. All right, let's build the last piece. Here it is. It's another type of like racing snail. Like these are like, looks like goggles a little bit, and this is supposed to be like a foot, and it kind of looks like a helmet type situation. And then the sails. I actually like the first build of this one a lot better than this one. It's the bigger snail look cool, and this snail is at least it's better than the second build, just not as good as the first of it. At least that's my thoughts. Yeah, here it is. Which one did you like best out of the 3? Kind of looks like a mouth right there under the eyes. Yeah. 2 more days, folks. We have the Santa hat. If you can get it out. Get it out, Eugene. Get it out. What do we have? What do we have? We have a lot of plastic noise. Oh, it's like a mosquito of some sort. All right. Okay, here is our bug. Little bug, little bug. You have your eyes on the sides, or maybe these aren't supposed to be the eyes. These are supposed to be the eyes. Not quite sure what they were kind of going with, what type of insect this would be. It's nice and green. This one took me a second. I had to study the paper. I don't know why I was struggling with the green there, but I struggled on the second layer there. I was just like, where is this building out? And then afterwards, it made more sense, and so I built it. It's fine. It's sturdy enough. These things, if you push here, they do fall off. So it's more of like a display piece than a playable piece. What are your thoughts? Okay, we have a type of fly. If it's looking like this, it's more likely, but I don't like the eye situation where it looks like those are supposed to be eyes. Yeah, but that makes me think like the head is up top, up here-ish, instead of being here-ish, but I don't know. It looks like a water skidder, you know, the ones that fly across the water. I don't know if you have a pond or something, but that's what it kind of reminds me of. I don't know the name of those little flies, but I know that they fly down and they hover around lakes and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Dislike entirely. No idea what this thing's supposed to be. Not it's not an insect, not a bug. It's just a weird creation. They could have done a lot better. This is a thumbs down. This one's horrible. I don't. Yeah. Ugh. Your final day. We are on our final day, folks. Right here. Right here. I know. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. It looks like some type of mosquito character. Oh, that's a cool piece. I like that one. All right, let's build it, and we'll do final 3 of these. And then after I did that, I'm going to do a final review of this advent calendar, and we'll say the price point is $30-ish. This one was expensive, but I thought that I would get a lot more playability out of this one. Let's find out if we do. Here is our little fly. It's interesting that they put just legs here and these pointy sticks on the front side. I don't know if I like that part. The green little eyeballs. Yeah. You can. This one's less stable, as you just saw me rip it in half there. It's not super stable, but it does resemble a type of insect, so that's kind of cool. Let's see what the next one looks like. All right, here it is. It's like a fly of, I don't know, a bird of some sort. Very unstable, so it's kind of a big disappointment for getting close to the end. The legs on the back, they are there, but they're not super happy. Beak, you're supposed to push this all the way in. I did not do that because you have to build one more. And I was like, I'm not doing that one. So this would normally just go all the way in. I didn't tuck that. These are supposed to be like little grabbers, little arms. Here it is. Maybe it's like a mosquito. Maybe it's like a mosquito. I don't know. There's the eyes. Yeah, I'm going to pass on today. Today's a bummer. Very bummer. Not a fan of this one. I have no idea what the heck this is supposed to be. These are supposed to be bugs or animals. I have no idea what type of bug this would be. It's not stable at all, and you're moving it around, you're gonna have problems. The headpiece here, the little lights, maybe it was supposed to be like a firefly. Falls apart super easy. Today is the whole day itself. All the builds for today I thought were mediocre. I didn't like it. What's your thoughts on them? Okay, we looked at them all. We built them all. Animals home put together. Animals can be placed in this scenario scene. Yes, the animals can be. There are some bugs. There are, as we saw. It has some good sets. There is some good builds in it. The number ones use almost all the pieces, and some of them are better than others. But you're stuck on the 3, right? So I didn't rebuild, so I'm stuck on like what we built. Some of them were much better. Some of them, some of them are same variations. I really liked the big build of this crocodile. This is a chicken or rooster. A lot of them are just display purposes and not playing purposes. So a child can at least have fun. So a lot of them are going to break apart just like that. So like the snail, the first build of the snail, that one was fantastic. And then as we gone on, some days we were like, what the F is that? There were some of those days where it's just like, no. A lot of like this ones I didn't really care for. This one's so each day had a little bit different variation, and you do get a lot of builds. You get a total of 72 builds, so 72 different things in this set, which kind of makes it worth it. But some days you're going to be frustrated. Some days you're going to be like, what is that? It all depends. You get a lot of parts. You get a lot of colors. Ultimately, the price point, if you can get it at a nice price, this was 2024's advent calendar. I finished it in 2025. So if you made it to this end, that's when I actually built this one and I did it. So I don't remember the price. I don't remember the first set of this video. So when I'm doing this one, I probably mentioned the price point when we first did this. But it's interesting. These type of non-Lego ones have a lot of variety. They have a lot of creativity. But then when you have this one's like just 3 builds in each one, it doesn't have a final build. Whereas other non-Lego ones have final builds. This one had it all throughout the month. So overall, spend less than 30 on this. Your kid is going to have a joyous time building at least one of each of these. And then you can just sit there and let them build as long as all the pieces. Like there was one day we were missing 1 pieces, so it didn't affect too much. There's other good thing to mention. None of these have writing on them in a sense where off brands usually will have like a serial number on them or something like that. None of these pieces had that, so that's also fantastic. So overall, this one is a thumbs up for at least some of the builds. So overall, it's price point, it is worth it. It just depends on what you want to build out of it. You look at the sheets. Oh, didn't mention that. There is a big sheet. So let's see. There's a big sheet on day 1 on all your builds. There is a big design, so you can actually build each of the mains. They give you a big cardboard for just the original one. They have the animals on one side, just like 12 each. So this is your main builds. And if you lost your main sheet, this might help you. Right? And then I'll show the insect one next. They call it the enlarged version, which kind of helps on some of them because they're very, very tiny. I really like that scorpion, to be honest. And some of these other bugs I did not like. Like the bug ones were a little bit on the hard side for me to like. I like that snail. That's a cool snail. So if you want to look at that design. And I like that guy too. He was cool. That one I wasn't a fan of. But there you go. And I wasn't a fan of that one either. That is the That's the big sheet. So if you did lose yours, you can build at least the first ones. The crocodile is really cool, so you should try to build that one. I hope that helps you, and I want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and if you like this video, if you made it this far, please like, subscribe. It would really help my channel out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.